There's a moment after heartbreak where everything goes quiet. Not the peace that comes with healing, no, not yet. I'm talking about the silence that follows the storm. The kind that settles over your chest like a weight you didn't ask for, pressing on your lungs with every breath you try to take. The noise of the world fades, but inside the echoes remain. The words they said, the promises they made, the life you thought you'd build together. It all hangs in the silence, like shattered glass suspended in the air waiting to fall. That moment is where many people lose themselves. Not because they're weak, not because they're naive, but because heartbreak doesn't just wound your heart. It confuses your identity. You gave your love, your trust, your soul to someone. And when they left, or broke you, or betrayed you, it didn't just hurt. It shattered the mirror you saw yourself in. Suddenly you're questioning everything. Were you not enough? Did you miss the signs? Were you the problem? Or were you just a fool who loved too deeply in a world that punishes open hearts? Listen to me carefully. This pain, as consuming as it is, does not define your story. It is a chapter. A dark one, yes. But chapters end. And right now you're standing on the edge of a new beginning, whether you can see it or not. You see, heartbreak is a form of death. It is the death of a future that will never be. And with every death, there comes mourning. So grieve. Let yourself break. Let yourself cry without shame. That pain needs a voice before it can find peace. But do not confuse grief with weakness. You are not broken because you feel deeply. You are powerful beyond measure for having loved with your whole soul in a world that often tells people to stay guarded, to play safe, to never give their all. But now comes the turning point, the moment where the road splits, and your choice begins to shape your destiny. Because here's the truth, you can't go back, you can't undo what happened, but you can reclaim yourself. And not just the version of you that existed before the heartbreak. You can build something stronger, wiser, more whole, because pain doesn't just destroy, it reveals. It reveals who stayed and who ran. It reveals what you need and what you were settling for. It reveals the cracks in your foundation, the places you built your worth on someone else's validation instead of your own soul. And most importantly, it reveals a fire in you that you forgot existed. The fire of someone who is lost, but is still standing. That fire is your power. That's what you reclaim. You reclaim your power when you stop chasing answers that will never satisfy you. You could analyze every conversation, replay every fight, dissect every moment you felt them, pulling away, but it won't give you peace. Closure doesn't come from them, it comes from within. It comes when you accept that some people were not meant to stay, that some stories end before they should, that some hearts change even when yours stays the same. But your power, it remains. You reclaim your power when you stop waiting for them to realize what they lost. Stop hoping they'll call or text or knock on your door with apologies soaked in regret. Let them go. Not because you don't care, but because you care enough about yourself now to no longer beg for love that should have been freely given. You reclaim your power when you stop checking their page, stop stalking their happiness, stop comparing your healing to their highlight reel. Remember, people post their best moments. They don't show the nights they lie awake with the same ache you feel. And even if they are truly happy, so what? That doesn't make your pain invalid. It doesn't make your healing less beautiful. Their journey is not your concern anymore. Yours is. You reclaim your power when you look in the mirror, not for flaws or for answers, but to remember who the hell you are. You were whole before they came. And even though you feel like fragments now, you're not destroyed. You're just in the process of becoming. Becoming the kind of person who doesn't just survive pain, but rises from it with clarity, purpose, and a heart more pure, not more bitter. But let's not sugarcoat it. Reclaiming your power is not easy. It's not a one-time decision. It's 1,000 little choices. It's waking up when your chest is heavy and choosing to rise anyway. It's eating when food has no taste. It's going to the gym when your body is weak. It's saying no to texts that only reopen wounds. It's resisting the temptation to numb your pain with distractions and instead sitting with it, facing it, and letting it teach you. Pain, when listened to, becomes wisdom. You reclaim your power by learning. What did this heartbreak reveal about your patterns? Did you give too much too soon? Did you ignore red flags because the idea of love felt safer than being alone? Did you shrink yourself to keep the peace? These are not accusations, they are awakenings. Because you were not born to stay small. You were not born to be someone else's emotional punching bag or placeholder or backup plan. You were born to walk in truth, in dignity, and strength. And the truth is, real love doesn't make you beg. It doesn't punish you for your vulnerability. It doesn't withhold affection to maintain control. Real love is not perfect, but it is kind. It is consistent. It is honest. And maybe, just maybe, the heartbreak you endured wasn't a punishment, it was protection, a divine interruption, a painful redirection back to yourself. You reclaim your power when you realize that healing doesn't mean forgetting. You will carry memories. You will feel waves of sadness. You might even love them forever in a quiet corner of your heart. But love and letting go are not enemies. Sometimes letting go is the most loving thing you can do, for yourself and for them. Not every love is meant to last forever, but every heartbreak can teach you something eternal. And eventually, though it won't happen all at once, you'll notice the shift. One morning the sun will rise and it won't hurt as much. You'll laugh genuinely without forcing it. You'll go a whole day without thinking of them. And then a week. And one day, you'll meet someone. Maybe not a lover, maybe just a friend or a stranger with kind eyes. And you'll realize that your heart still works. That it can still feel wonder. That it still beats for something more than pain. That's when you'll know you've reclaimed your power. But until that day, walk forward. Even if you're limping, even if you're crawling, keep moving, keep growing, keep choosing yourself. Even on the days you miss them so much it makes your bones ache. You are not weak for hurting. You are strong for continuing. That's what strength looks like. It's not in the absence of pain, but in the refusal to let that pain define you. Rebuilding yourself after heartbreak isn't about becoming cold or closed off. It's about becoming solid, grounded. It's about knowing your worth so deeply that you never again hand it over like a gift to someone who doesn't know how to hold it. It's about creating a life so full, so rich in self-respect and purpose, that love becomes a beautiful addition, not a desperate necessity. One day you'll look back at this version of yourself, the one crying at midnight, scrolling through old photos, wondering what went wrong, and you'll want to hug them. Because they endured the fire, they didn't quit, they rose, and they gave birth to the you that's finally free. So if you're in the darkness now, I won't lie to you, it's hard, but I promise it won't last forever. The day will come when the tears run dry. When your laughter comes back like an old friend. When you look around and realize you built something beautiful out of the rubble. A new you. Stronger, smarter, softer in the right ways, sharper in the ways that matter. And when that day comes, you'll know the heartbreak didn't destroy you, it remade you. And you, my friend, are more powerful than ever.